Hey everybody, welcome back, and again, Happy New Year to everybody. A little bit of downtime here. I got to get a PM done, so I'm kind of shut down for a little bit. So sometimes we just have to do things that we don't want to do, and we have to understand why. We ask a lot of whys, don't we? Um, the other thing is these are the times when I know God's working, and these are the times when I know that God has a still moment, so I can't get upset, and I just gotta follow God's lead, and that's following the Lord Jesus Christ. Um, I've been doing a lot of praying on this, and I got permission, and also I appreciate you explaining how to pronounce your name, Denny. She said it's like penny, but take away the D, take away the P and add a D, which helped me a lot to because the last thing you want to do is pronounce somebody's name wrong or something like that. So I'm going to dig into this prayer slash helpfulness, I guess the better way to put it. And uh, there's some things in life that you come across that just sticks to you, I guess, and you feel something in it. I don't know if it's the fact of this happens with everybody or if it's just part of the visions of things and the things that God gives to each individual person. Each individual one of us has our own unique gifts, I guess, is a better way to put it. Um, but I truly, as I sent, I see um, hardship. I see pain. I see questions, like questions floating around above your kids. But most of just let me start off by saying this to you. Um, I don't know your whole situation, and it's okay. I'm just glad you're sharing, with what you're sharing as it is. That being said, um, first of all, God bless you. You know, the Lord can change anything in our lives. We just gotta let Him. And I believe this is your letting. You know, it is hard to it is very hard to trust people out there these days. Um, like one of your comments, um, I always want to call him Matthew, but I know it wasn't Matthew. Maybe it was Michael or something like that. And it was funny after I called him out on it, he disappeared. This type of stuff just throws flags to me, really quick. Um, you have to be extremely careful. And again, I'm not for sure exactly. So I'm going to go with this in a few different ways for you. When you mention you and your four daughters, the first thing comes to my mind, is it a passing of the father? Is it a separation? Did the father leave? What took place? Passing, we all know it means they're no longer here on the earth with us, but also a passing away of something means removal. Someone could have removed. If the person's still alive, let me go through it this way, probably the best way, thinking the best, and I mean not that the best of what's going on in your life, but the best way of thinking of it. Um, because you can grieve in different directions in this, but it's kind of the same direction. But the only difference is knowing if someone passed away, it gives a different look on things and different questions. But knowing someone walked away from something and it's not involved with you, those are the times when the devil attacks even more. So I'm going to kind of go with it in this direction first and wrap up on the passing away of the earth wise. First of all, God does things that sometimes we don't understand, and we when you're in heaven, you will never ask questions on, well, when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask this. You're already going to know the answers. God's going to equip you, and many of these things that you think you're going to have that you want answers on, you won't even think it, because it doesn't exist. It's an earthly thing. Pain is pain. I also raised children on my own, and it does get difficult. You get weighed down, like many of these videos. You know, I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, all my life, even when my mother was alive, I felt like, instead of a son, I felt like the father figure. You know, even with some of my sisters, it's like, do. When do I ever get to be a son? When do I ever get to be a brother? Those were my thoughts. I always stood up and did the right things, whether I agreed or disagreed with them. So I can relate to a lot of these things. I really can relate to what you're going through, and you know, the devil just likes to pull and drag you into places and make you feel like you're not worthy, make you feel like you're not good enough, and you go into these modes, which most of the time these people end up undertaking prescription pills trying to ease the pain of whatever's going on in your life. If it's a separation, a divorce, and the father isn't present, or per se not even helping you, that's why I said I'm going to go this route with it first. I was getting ready to do a video on families in the order, and that's what I was going to call it. But I was going to mainly call out the fathers first, and then I was going to do one on women, mother-wise, wife-wise, in the order of that. So if this is happening in the way that I'm saying it now, it shouldn't. It's not your fault that someone's not doing the right things, okay? You didn't surely have the kids yourself. First of all, let's just go down this avenue for a little bit here. And I'm hoping all this is going to help you, and it's going to make you sit back a little bit and just hear the words that I'm telling you right now. The devil wants to make you a victim. He wants to make you less important. He wants you to be burdened down and weighed down. Sometimes we got to go down these dark roads, and sometimes we got to go down areas in life that we just don't understand. But we got to understand the power of Jesus, the power of his name alone. Just saying his name changes a lot of things. The blood over us through him changes so much stuff. Can we be healed? Yes. Do I got faith in trust that he can heal me? Yes. Can he heal my hip? Yes. Could I go back to normal and doing the things that I used to love to do? Go to the parks and run. Run for miles on the roads and stuff. Being able to do the things that I did before everything started to change. Yes, I wish I could. But God has a reason why not it's happening. I think about some of this, and I think about, if I was to have that right now, would I be doing these videos? Probably not. Probably not. I remember writing back on tablets, and one day I'm going to show you guys these tablets. I've been writing down on tablets and notebooks. I mean, I filled notebooks up and tablets up, and just writing scripture, writing things the Lord gave me, and just constantly writing. Even on there, telling me to start uploading stuff. Darlene finally came on and said, the Lord's telling me to tell you to load this stuff on YouTube. And I still just. So here we are. Sometimes things happen because we're not obedient. We're not doing what we should be doing. I'm not saying God hurt me on purpose. I'm not saying any of that. What happened to me was following the devil's ways of life. That's what happened to me. So, if God heals me here, fine. If he doesn't, I know I'll be made new in heaven. And that's a positive way to keep moving in life. The most important thing you can do, if this person's still alive, I don't want to say husband, boyfriend, whatever. I'm just going to say husband so we can stay on this. Otherwise, I'm going to get confused myself. But the husband is still here. He needs to be doing the right things. First of all, them 4 girls need a father. Because they're going to go through life. No matter how much love you give them, it's never the same love as a father. They're going to go through life and they're not really going to know the father. So in this case, they need to experience the father a lot quicker right now. Even if this person, their father, passed away, they still are going to need the Father in heaven more than anything right now. Because you're going to need that comfort and that protection. You're going to need a fatherly figure to speak to you. It took me a long time. I walked with Jesus for a long time before I finally allowed the voice of the Father to be heard to me. Because I too didn't have it. So I can relate to this, the emptiness. Why? The worst thing ever is when you find out, like I found out, my father was raising other people's other children, and the life that they talked about, because I finally got to meet my stepbrother, and well, by marriage, it wasn't my father's child. He was just raising him. But it's still my stepbrother. And I finally got to meet him, and I heard about all the things that my dad did with him. Fishing, playing football, throwing balls around, playing with him and stuff. And that's hard, people. That's hard to swallow. And it's painful. It really is. But first of all, don't give up. Don't give up, Denny. Honestly, it's. I know it's going to be painful, and I know you're going to go through struggles, and I know things are going to seem impossible. But God led you here. First of all, God led you here. Little by little, I believe you was watching these videos, and you started trusting a lot more. Just some of the people's comments and stuff. I don't need the praise, because all praise goes to Jesus. I appreciate the comments. I really do, because it, believe it or not, it makes you feel like, yeah, I'm doing the right things. I'm not second guessing anymore. These videos, and God's working. Jesus is moving and changing things. So, if my life experiences fill in the blanks for some of this, then great. Then it makes everything I went through a meaningful instead of meaningless to me. But the same as I did a video a while back, I want you to go and do this for a month. 30 days, I want you to do it. And if you got to keep doing it, keep doing it. I recommend keep doing it. First of all, I want you to tell yourself you are important. You are somebody. You are loved. You have the power and authority of Jesus with you. The devil is a liar. I want you to say those things. And just every day, tell yourself something positive also. Each day that you do this, repeat. Even if you put your own things in there, it's okay. You don't have to repeat exactly what I'm saying. I'm just giving you kind of an outline. But I want you also to say something nice about yourself. You got to understand, the devil's going to send, and that's why I kind of came to that defense mode. The devil's going to send people, men per se. They prey on stuff like this. That's what the devil does. He waits and waits and waits until you're at that low, and he sends somebody in that's very convincing. You got to understand, the devil's very convincing. The devil's very convincing. He's going to make you feel like, yes, this is truly what I've been waiting on. Because remember, there's a video I did about the shadow that watches and connects. It watches everything you do, every sorrow, everything you do. And when it sends the right person into place, it's going to be all the right things that you believe that's needed in your life. Pray. Pray before you do anything. And let God lead you to exactly where you need to be. You came here. It's a good start. These girls are going to need you. They're going to need you to be strong. And even in the weakest moments, always cry out to Jesus. You can always come on here and we can comment back and forth. You can say, hey, if it's during the driving times or whatever, when I stop, if I see anything, I'll just send back to you between this time and this time. I believe there is a change coming for you. I haven't seen what it is. I just seen a door opening when I was praying your name. I want you to trust Jesus right now, that he's going to provide every need that you need. Your utilities, your rent, food on the table. Mercy, most of all. He's going to give you a lot of peace. Don't make excuses if the husband is still alive and he's here around not coming around. Don't make excuses. Don't try to make him feel better about it. You 5 are all you have right now. You got to get through it. Things happen. Even if someone passes away for whatever reason, it's painful, but it too heals. If a person believes in God and Jesus, be joyful. I know that's hard to say, but be joyful. And you too follow the right ways, and you will see him again. I promise you that. It's true. Now, if they go to the other place and you're living a different life, you're not going to remember them anyways. All this will be gone from your memory. That's the love of God. Just breathe. Today's a new day. You're still here. Be strong. I know it's hard to say, but trust me, it gets easier and easier. Continue just to pray. Even if you don't even know the words to pray, pray. Because at the end of this, I'm going to say a prayer over you and your daughters. And I want you to stay positive no matter what's happening. Don't let the devil rob anything from you. Don't let the devil let your daughter see you falling. It's okay to cry. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to ask questions. But be still when you do it. And be quiet and let him answer. I don't know how old your daughters are, but I want to talk to you four for a few minutes here. I've been in a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of things happen, and I've talked to a lot of different people. I've seen people cut themselves. I've seen people pretty much tattoo themselves all up, pierce themselves all up, go into weird places that you just can't describe because they're in control of something in their lives. I've seen people that I knew, their daughters and their sons going into alcohol, going into things, and it's quick. It's quick sight of it if you know what you're looking for. I'm not for sure what's going on, but I just know that you know what your mother has shared, that it's her and you for girls. If your father has passed, first of all, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. Even if your father is still alive and he divorced or he separated himself from you guys, which means just left, it's not your fault. You have to understand this. It's not your fault. Sometimes the devil just takes hold of things and we can't understand why he does what happens, why the things are happening the way they're happening. To understand the devil, once you understand him, you will understand why everything happens the way they happen. Because the devil robs, kills, and destroys you. It affects you in different ways. You feel sad. You don't feel like doing anything. You go to school and you're just skipping through the day and trying to put on what I used to say in a circus. You never know if a clown was happy or sad because some of them come up with a sad face and they're laughing and telling jokes, and the other ones come with a happy face and they would squirt you and they're sad. It's okay. It's okay to show emotions. People at school may not understand it. People are not so supportive at times. But you have something that most people don't have. You have a family. And somehow I gather you guys are pretty close. I really feel a closeness when I was praying about you guys. And no, I don't know your names, so I can't give you each an individual greetings, but greetings to all four of you. You're somebody, okay? I want you to know you are somebody. God created you for a reason, a purpose, and a plan. God gave you a special day. When you were born, that is your special day. You have a beautiful day that day, as every day else should be for you. If something happened and your father is still alive, and maybe you've seen things that wasn't so good, I don't know. But it also take the negatives and make a positive. You see signs of things. You hold those signs. Don't ever fall into the devil's trap if he sends someone like that into your life. You know how to stay away from things. If I turned the stove on your oven and said put your hand on there, you would probably tell me, yeah, no. I would hope so. best thing all of you can do is communicate with each other. Hold each other up, cry with one another, hold each other, and just be sisters. It's okay to encourage your mother. It's okay to, always be in thanksgiving for what you do have. I can honestly say, and I've never talked to your mother in person, I can honestly say she loves you just by reading her words. She's concerned. And that's a heck of a weight to carry. So sometimes you got to even reassure your mother you're not going to do anything silly. Take pills, try to commit, suicide. Don't even go there. I mean, go there and watch the hell videos and stuff that especially the last one. I really went into some areas. It's not worth it, girls. Trust me. Nothing in this life is worth taking your life for, and ended up in a place that's just beyond what you can ever find in life. And I know you don't know me. You might stumble across these videos one day and go, wow, this guy is out of his mind. Or you might go, thank God that someone cares enough to reach out. And I'm sorry if churches aren't doing this, and I'm sorry if people in your life aren't giving you a second thought. It's what's coming. That's the world we live in. Everybody's turning up. The world is about them and not about reaching out. In the vision, one of you, I'm not sure which one, but one of you is really having a hard time, because I've seen a lot of tears and a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. Well, I'm sorry for whatever you're going through. All I can say is, you're somebody important. Let the chains be broken around you and rise up. Because when the devil comes even harder, he's trying to stop whatever's coming and what your purpose is. This I do know. All pain does heal. Whether or not it's good or bad, you have to forgive. You got to pray for the person, if they're still here. Even if they're passed away and they're no longer here on this earth, ask God to take the pain. Remember the good times and pray about the bad times, even if they're still alive. I know it's hard, but forgiveness and prayer over someone is for you to live in peace. I know it sounds crazy, because when I first heard it, I said, I'm not praying for this person. No way. Today I can. Because I walk in peace with it. And it no longer controls me. So it's kind of hard to... I'm just trying to give you different ways, girls, to look at this. And how to get through both ways of how it could be in your life. I too have children, and today none of them really speaks to me, and it's hard, and that's why I really come against these fathers that walk out of people's lives. They have no idea. If you don't want to be with a mother, that's one thing. but to be without your children, to be there for them. You know, think of the things he's going to miss if he is still here. He's going to miss graduation if you haven't graduated. He's going to miss your wonderful day that you was born. He's going to miss the day that you walk down an aisle and you say, I do. He's going to miss you finally having children and listening to a grandchild run down a hallway. He's going to miss your thoughts and not know who you are. He may not even recognize you if you pass each other in a store. That's why I say pray and ask for forgiveness. But I tell you what you will have. You will have a mother that will be there for you. You will have a strong person in your corner. I remember, girls, one time when I was boxing, and I felt defeated. I mean, I couldn't go no more. And the coach looked at me and says, "Are you done?" I wouldn't give up. He says, "There's no need. You know, you're way behind on points. Let's just call it." That made me mad because I felt like he didn't believe I was capable of winning. So I went out there to show him, per se. I ended up with a broken nose, my eyes swollen shut, and when we were done, he looked at me and says, "Proving something that doesn't matter is a losing battle." You may say, what does that have to do with anything in life and what we're talking about here? If you pray for the wrong things in life, it's a losing battle. You can't make someone love you. You can't make someone be there for you. But when you have someone there that's willing to be there for you, you count your blessings. See, I didn't have a mother after I turned to a certain age and just left me. That's how I ended up under the bridge. At least you have the mother. You have each other. You got, either way, no matter how you look, each one of you have 3 sisters. Yes, I know you might have a disagreement. You may get on each other's nerves. That's okay. That's sister love. You may yell at the other one for touching your stuff, not asking. That's also okay. One day you're going to look back at that and miss it. One day you're going to grow up to be strong women. You're going to have a wonderful career. Maybe children. Hopefully, I pray, a godly husband that will lead you the right way and watch over you, protect you, and show you love that you missed. See, God works in crazy ways sometimes. And if you're watching this video, He sent me. You know, sometimes having a stranger, you can listen to a lot more than someone that hasn't been down a road that you're going down right now. But one thing I want you to really do is go in your thoughts and just write them down. And I want you, after you write them down, I want you to just to tell Jesus, here they are. Just like I told your mother in the beginning of this video, and I have said in other videos, basically the one I think I was doing on bullying, I want you to keep telling yourself you're important. I want you to keep telling yourself you matter. You're loved. You are here for a reason bigger than what any of us could ever see. You know, we just went through the Thanksgiving holiday, and I pray that you had plenty to eat, plenty of time to watch the parade. I still like watching the parade. I always wondered as a child, naive thinking, I guess, but I don't know, it's pretty funny. I've never shared this with anybody, but I'm going to share it with you ladies. I always wondered how long it took them to blow up them balloons. I'm thinking as you blow up a balloon, it's amazing what you think about when you're a kid. And it's amazing how things seem funny and silly when you grow up. The pains do leave. But it's the journey that you take and the scars that we have left. I got plenty of scars. I used to tell people all the time, I got scars outside and inside. The outside scars, even if I could have them come and do a complete removal of every scar that I have on my body, I would tell them no. Because those scars remind me of where I was and where I'm at today. Those scars are like what I think about when Jesus, scars that he took upon his palm and his other palm and of his feet and of his side where they pierced him. Those scars mean something. Repentance, and we are forgiven. I know you may have some thoughts that you're probably not proud of. It's okay. Being hurt does that. But we can't allow the devil to keep taking you down dead-end roads and keep telling you the bridge is good. But you don't see the construction crew, and you get to the middle and the bridge is falling and you're running for your life trying to grasp onto anything to keep you from falling through that bridge into the rocks and the water below. That's a dark place to be. And I'm hoping none of you are in that area in life. Listen. It's important to know that you're loved. God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I'm not even going to say what I was... You know what, I'm going to say it. Because... not in a sick, twisted way like the world wants to put on there. There is a lot of crazy people out there. You got to be very cautious with people, okay? The world is not good. Girls, if you have Facebook, if you have social media, TikTok, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I said something the other day and somebody replied back, LOL, that was so funny. And I can't remember what the thing was called. But it was before Facebook and all that stuff. It was that thing you can go on there and chat to people, and I don't know. I just can't think about it, what it is. But let me do a part 2 on this. Hold on.